Good morning, my darlings. My name is Victoria and this is Veritas Tarot. I love to do readings for love, obviously love of another, but most importantly love for oneself, because just like cup of tea tarot, you can't pour from an empty cup. And in England, there's nothing that a lovely cup of tea and a great chat with a friend, a great natter with a friend can't solve. So this is our cup of tea and a natter with spirit to see how things are for you today and what messages you may have from spirit. And I'm going to do my Six of Cups soulmate reading. So that is a reading which will look at what's in your headspace, what's in your heart space, what's in their headspace, what's in their heart space, and some advice for spirit for you as well. And then we'll pull an oracle card at the end. So let's get cracking and see, Libra, where you are at this moment in time and where your soulmate is on their journey. So I'm just going to pop my glasses on so I can see properly. So let's see where you are in your headspace, Libra. Where is Libra in their headspace? Thank you, thank you, thank you. You've got the Eight of Wands. So this is lovely, the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is always about communication, but it's always very beautiful communication, and it's communication that is divinely guided by spirit. I can see there with the mountains behind that you've gone through something that you've had a sort of an ending of, like a symbolic ending of. But what spirit is saying to me here is that there is something coming in, you're feeling something in the air, let's put it that way. There is something coming in for you, whether it's from your soulmate or it's whether you're suddenly receiving that clarity that you hadn't had before, because these always, I talk about receiving thoughts, where we can think a lot of thoughts that are fear-based thoughts that go over and over and over again in our minds. But there are those beautiful moments when we receive those thoughts that are so clear, and we know that they come from our soul, from source, from God. And those are thoughts that are given to us. And I call those the receiving thoughts. And that's when you're in that quiet space. So you've, as I said, that you come to an ending of something, but you're beginning to start to see movement, progression, clarity on something. So let's see where you are in your heart space. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I have the Five of Cups. So the Five of Cups, in your heart space at the moment, you have sadness and you have a feeling of regret, remorse, and it is weighing you down. And if you look at the card here, I'm sure you know with the Five of Cups, he's looking at the Three Cups here. And what I'm getting here is that that's your mind and body and spirit is feeling heavy at the moment, and you are focusing on the past. But what you're not seeing is behind you, there is this Two of Cups waiting for you. When we're in an energy of being, feeling down, what happens is that because when we think thoughts, what we're doing, the most powerful words you can use are I am. And if you're thinking I am feeling sad, the universe always says yes. So they will just create more and more of the same. So these Two of Cups are waiting for you to come in, but it's about you letting go of feelings that no longer serve you. It's about letting go of feelings that cause you pain. It's about releasing that pain. And I know it's very difficult to do, but it's about spending the time working on yourself to understand why maybe something happened, and to allow it to be released and let go of, and not to focus too much on it, because when you focus on the past, you're not seeing what's coming in for you. And there are these Two of Cups that's coming in for you. Again, you've got this snow here as well, so that is representative of something that's a symbolic ending for you. And but I always love to see the water here in this card, because you know it's about going with the universal flow. It's about literally taking God's hand and being directed by Him. It's about, as I talk about, going on a boat and not trying to control where the boat's taking you, because there is a, you know, God always steps in to help us when there are things that we, when we're sad, there's always help and support and guidance given there. So at the moment I can feel your pain here, but you see those 2 cups, I mean, all he needs to do is he can walk across the bridge to his higher self there. But he's ignoring that at the moment. So let's see what's in your soulmate's headspace and in their heart space. But I do like the fact that you've got the 8 of Wands there in your headspace. You are beginning to get this clarity on things. What is in Libra's soulmate's headspace at the moment? That popped out. So you've got the Princess of Wands. So the Princess of Wands, it's about the early stages of wanting to communicate. I mean, wands are symbolic of passion and desires and creativity. Again, this card has these snow-capped mountains in the background. So wherever your soulmate is in their headspace, they are feeling that new, do you see they're holding this wand here, and here is the 8 of Wands here. I believe they do want to communicate with you, and that's what the Princess of Wands is symbolizing. And they want to do it from their heart space, which is the green here. And they are nervous. Do you see she's standing there and the wind sort of blowing at her? I think they're worried about how their approach might be received from you, but they're looking quite determined. And they again have come out of this symbolic ending. And so let's just see. Let's see what's in their heart space for you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. What's in Libra's heart space? Thank you. Well, how about that? You've got the Empress. I mean, how beautiful is that? So the Empress, I mean, she's amazing. She's the culmination of all 4 of the queens. The Empress is somebody who has gone through a lot. She's learned a lot. She's come into, so I just put my light back on. She's come into her own. She understands what's good for her. She understands what healthy boundaries are. She's cut out what doesn't serve her in her life. She knows how to speak her truth. And she's come to a place of peace. And she's also very much, the Empress is also very much in receiving mode. She knows she doesn't need to do an awful lot, because she knows that the universe, she's manifesting, and she knows that in order to manifest, it's about letting go of the outcome. It's about letting go of the who, what, when, and how it happens. And it's about trusting in divine timing as well with this. So in their heart space, that's how they see you, as this extraordinary, beautiful person that you are. I'm just seeing this, you can see there in the background here, you've got the grounding with the trees, you've got the abundance showing with the wheat there as well. And she's very grounded with the red here too. And look at her beautiful, around her head, she's got the eyes of the peacock, and the peacock's, those eyes and the feathers, that's representative of symbolic awakening, of spiritual awakening, and your third eye. So they know that you've gone through a transformation, and they find it's very appealing. But do you see, in their headspace, they only see themselves as the princess, as the princess, and the page in the normal tarot, and you're the Empress. So I feel that they may feel this, as I talked about, this nervousness, but also that you are, you've stepped away from them. You are they maybe feel that they don't deserve you. So there is that nervousness there, but they really admire you, and that's so beautiful to see. Now let's see what advice from Spirit you have. And by the way, before I pull that advice, I did see the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck, which is fabulous, because that's showing, again, that you've gone through a huge growth, spiritual growth and awakening. So you've got 2 cards for advice from Spirit. How lovely. You've got the 4 of Cups and the 9 of Pentacles. So I want to talk to you first of all about the 4 of Cups. So we're going to go back and have a look here at the 5 of Cups. And funny enough, the 5 and the 4 makes 9, and the 9 of Cups is wish fulfillment. So what Spirit is saying to you is, try and release the past. You know, the past is done, and the future you can create. So it's about being in the present and knowing that you can recreate yourself anew every day. Try and step out of this mode of any regrets and remorse, because everything that's happened should have happened. And things happen for us, not to us, and to help us shift and change and grow and learn from things. And if you remain in this, this feeling of sadness and kind of, I always see this as the past, present and future. This is again the sort of regret card, it's the sort of lack of card, it's the boredom card. You're ignoring what's trying to come in for you. You're just not allowing it. You're putting up this resistance. And there's an extraordinary magic in the universe when you go with the flow, and by being in the moment, by being grateful in the moment, by doing your I am grateful, I am happy, I am lovable, I am abundant, I am deserving, you know, in the mornings, in the evenings, whenever, or just by going out and walking and grounding yourself and feeling the beauty of nature around you and being in the moment, you will, the resistance that you're putting up in terms of allowing things to come in, because remember, there is a divine timing in everything. And if you're not feeling that you deserve this, although your soulmate sees you as the Empress, then it can't come in for you. And look, you've also got the Nine of Pentacles. I mean, this is the major arcana, okay, with the Empress, and this is the minor arcana here. And so with the Nine of Pentacles, it's about, this is somebody, Spirit saying, you know, this is who you are. You are this wonderful, amazing, beautiful, warm, independent person, and you know, you have abundance all around you. You know, each time you're grateful for something, each time you're grateful for this, you can then step forward to the next and the next. Being grateful for things is the pathway to more and more and more abundance. And you know, you know that those steps are going somewhere. You're not quite sure where they're going to, but you're trusting in the universe. You have faith in the universe, and you're listening to your higher self. And I know you're having all these moments of receiving this clarity. This is in your headspace, which is really good to see. So try and step out of the remorse and the regret and the sadness, because I believe your soulmate, whoever they are, they're waiting to come in for you, whether this is a new person or somebody wanting to reconcile, but they are waiting to come in for you. And it's about just getting up and getting moving and being excited each day. You know, I always do something where I say, thank you for my surprise and delight today. And I let go of how it's going to happen. Start doing more of that. Start kind of being excited about, you can recreate yourself anew every day. So that's very beautiful to see. I'm going to do you a couple of clarifiers. So let's just see. So we're going to clarify first of all the Eight of Wands. Thank you. Yes, you've got the Knight of Shields. So the more you this communication, okay, so this is the Princess of Wands here again. The more you're in this beautiful kind of receiving mode and understanding and getting clarity, the more you're allowing those thoughts to not overwhelm you the whole time. This is what's coming in for you. This is also this Eight of Wands with communication. You've got here the Knight of Shields. You know, this is the Knight of Pentacles. This is a solid offer coming in for you. This is something that's grounded. This is, you know, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Shields, is the only one that crosses the finishing line. So this is, you know, it's coming in. So let's just see what's in your headspace with the heart space, sorry, with the Five of Cups. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so you've got the King of Shields here with the Five of Cups. So what I'm feeling is here, you were in a relationship with somebody who you adored, absolutely adored, and you would do anything for, but it wasn't very balanced. And I think you felt like you, in your heart space, I think you felt that you didn't get much in return, and you felt kind of unseen. She's sort of sitting there in the brown, it's unseen. And there were a lot of things, this hedge always talks to me about, you know, hedges, there are lots of things hidden behind hedges. And it's something that you can't see on the other side. So there were quite a lot of things unspoken in this relationship. I'm not saying that with the King of Pentacles here that he didn't love you, but I think you just felt that you were always trying to please. And one of the things when we are, you know, we go through these periods of learning and understanding relationships is that we, relationships are given to us in order for us to learn and grow from, to evolve from. And so this relationship may have been something that, you know, it was for you to understand what your self-love is about. And I think with certainly how this soulmate sees you, you've certainly learned and grown from it. So let's see what's in your soulmate's headspace. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, I mean, look how beautiful again. So in their headspace, this was the Princess of Wands, and this is confirmed by the Queen of Wands. So again, they are seeing you as this extraordinarily passionate, you know, creative, energetic person. I feel this is somebody new coming in for you because of the lessons that you've learned here. They see you as somebody who, again, maybe they don't feel quite, I want to say worthy of you. They feel like maybe you're a little bit out of their league, and maybe that's what's causing this nervousness. But look at her there. I mean, she is extraordinary. There's a lot of passion, as you can see from her chair, with this relationship. And the dragon here, you know, that kind of represents a sort of spiritual enlightenment that's happening. And it's a baby dragon, so this is all the start of you going through this awakening. And maybe this is something that's happened, that's come out of this period of time we've just been through. I love to see the sunflowers on her lap, because that, for me, I don't know if you know, but sunflowers, when there isn't any sun, they turn to each other for the light. And it always represents for me soul family that have come in and helped you on this journey at this time. And you find it very comforting, you feel relaxed around them. Do you see the sunflowers are just sort of laid on her lap? And again, you know, the cat there, it represents your intuition. And you're feeling grounded. You've come through this contrast of this, again, this snow-capped mountain to this, which sort of represents newness and desires. And that little green foot sticking out is about you, something you're very interested in, and you're just starting it. And it's something that you're feeling it in your heart. And you're looking to the future, and thank you. Do you see that little Saturn there? That means you're manifesting, and Saturn is all about, you know, the fact that you understand and aware that you're manifesting things, and you understand about the divine timing of them coming in. So I love seeing that. And let us clarify what is in your soulmate's heart space. There we go, that was the Empress. And you know, I said to you, the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. Well, now you've got the High Priestess from this deck. So, again, this comes back to, this is how your soulmate's feeling about you. I think they find you, this person who's coming in, they know of you. They're finding you a little intimidating, but very, very appealing and alluring. And there is you're quieter now. You don't say so much as you used to before. You observe things. She again is manifesting. Do you see? She's dropping the acorns in this urn, and she knows that it'll all just come up to the surface when it's ready, when it's divine timing. And these lessons have all been learned. The pearls represent, you know, heartaches and things that you have gone through. But you have come. It's been this dark night of the soul that you've gone through to get to this space. But how fabulous! This is how your soulmate sees you. I mean, this is an extraordinary combination. So let's look at advice from Spirit. So you had both the Nine of Pentacles and you had the Four of Cups. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please confirm. Thank you. Please clarify the Nine of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you have got strength and the Six of Cups. So the Strength card, I think the Strength card's lovely. It's about the balancing of, this is advice from Spirit, remember. So this is about the balancing of your divine masculine and your divine feminine side. It's about knowing your connection to the universe and always dealing with things from a place of peace and love. She's manifesting, again, this is representative of the red roses here, and the dragon is, again, it's the divine masculine side of you, it's the protective side of you. You know, Spirit's advice is keep doing what you're doing, because you are coming into balance is an extraordinary thing, and coming into balance means, as you're doing the Empress and the High Priestess, in that you understand your self-worth and your self-love. And this is just beautiful to see. There are children involved, and that's representative of the daisies here as well. And daisies are also a sign of spiritual growth. And you can, again, you've come a long way. Do you see those snow-capped mountains? But they're way, way, way in the distance. You've come a long way. And Spirit is saying, well done. And you've also got the Six of Cauldrons here, which is the Six of Cups, which is the soulmate card. So whatever journey you have been on, it's been something that's been a gift given to you. I know that's difficult to hear sometimes, but everything happens for us, not to us. And these things happen for us in order for us to shift and change and raise our vibration and understand our whole connectivity to God and the universe. And then when you are in that vibration and you're giving out that beautiful vibration, that's who you attract to you, somebody that you very much deserves and deserves you. And that's what's coming in for you, this Six of Cups. And you see he's giving her a gift here. So, you know, we can have more than one soulmate in our life. And I believe that the soulmate you've been with has been a soulmate to help you shift and change and come away from maybe behaviours that you had in the past about people pleasing, because that's people pleasing and being codependent on somebody is really, it's just a symptom of lack of self-love. But Spirit's advice is you keep doing what you're doing here, because, you know, this is what's coming in for you. This is what's coming in for you, this Six of Cups for you, this soulmate. It may come in the autumn. I can see the leaves dropping off the tree there, and the birds are in migration. Again, those snow-capped mountains, they're a long, long way away. And he's holding, I've just noticed, the gift that this person is giving the child here. It's got the thistle, and the thistle is that gift of learning that we go through. And it's representative that there are things that you've learned because you've been through a hard time. So don't give up hope. Wherever you are in your space right now, I'm going to pull you a romance angel. I'm seeing on the bottom of the deck that you've got the Merlin, which is the Hermit. So I believe you're very much in that space at the moment of reflective space and going within, because as you know, all answers lie within. They don't lie without. If you look without, you'll end up looking to put blame onto other people maybe, or to situations where actually all the answers for everything lies within. You know, God talks to us through our feelings all the time, and if we go within and look at our feelings, that's when we shift and change and transform. And you know, the Merlin, the Hermit, not a lot of people hang out on their edge there. So by doing this going into this hermit mode, going into what I call onion peeling and peeling off layers, which can make you cry, you've come to an amazing awareness. And your soulmate, you know, I can't tell you whether this soulmate is somebody that you know that wants to reconcile. It could be this same soulmate that you learned some lessons through, represented by the thistle here, and they could now be wanting to shift and change for you. Or it could be somebody new coming in as you're raising your vibration. But let's have a look at the romance angels and see what messages might come through for you there. We've got one message so far. You've got retreat, which just came out, which is lovely. And let's stretch that one more. Thank you. Well, how beautiful is that? You have retreat and you have true love. So retreat, it's time to disconnect from the world. So I believe, and this is again with the Hermit card, but this is with you and your soulmate. Whoever's coming in for you, is going to be a very special time for you where you're going to get to know each other without interference from anybody else. And with the way that they're walking there in the woods, it's going to be a very, very grounding time for you. And I'm, if you don't know them, you're going to feel like you know them extremely well, and that time spent with them is going to be very precious. I also am feeling that this is something that it's as you've come out of this lockdown, and you're still very much in that sort of mode of not being close to too many people, that you will meet this person who's coming in. It'll be a very special time where you will feel that you're able to spend just time with them alone, because you're not seeing an awful lot of other people. Sorry, that may be just for 1 or 2 people. And also you've got true love. This is a romance of a lifetime. So whoever this is, whether it's somebody coming back in from your past or whether it's somebody new coming in, this is the romance of a lifetime, and he's going to be very protective of you and completely kind of just want to look after you, and very romantic as well. So that's wonderful. He also likes, just popped into my head, likes opera and things like that. Opera and sort of beautiful musicals, classical music, that's also there for me too. And he may be Italian. Just a last little one for you. Anyway, that is it for this week, Libra. Thank you. I hope you like the reading. I'd love to see any comments you may have. And I hope you have a fabulous week, my darlings. And I look forward to having a cup of tea and a natter with spirit next week. Take care.